safe streets, vibrant neighborhoods, successful business and commerce. These are things that make a healthy community. We are a diverse community, rural, suburban, urban, a multitude of languages and ethnicities, ages and experiences. We are a collaborative community. Public-private partnerships make us a model community that others want to follow. It is what makes us unique. It is what makes us strong. The employees of Kent County reflect our diversity and seek to serve our communities.
People in this county, in this area, we wrap our arms around each other. We come together to collaborate, to solve problems. We're all working for the good of the whole. And I think that's wonderful. And you can see it. You can see it as you drive around Kent County.
Our impact starts the day a baby is born and a birth certificate is issued, to protecting children from deadly diseases through vaccination, to the public safety and justice provided by law enforcement and the courts, to offering veteran services and caring for the elderly. Every day we work to keep our communities robust.
I think if you are somebody who is interested in serving your community, in building a strong knowledge base and a good group of people to work with, then the county is one of your best employment opportunities out there. It's been completely rewarding in every way I could possibly explain for 26 years, and I feel like I grow every single day still today.
Leading these dedicated employees, our 19-member Board of Commissioners and our County Administrator Controller, along with our elected officials and appointed department directors, placing emphasis on civic involvement, quality housing, vibrant neighborhoods, and strong, solid infrastructure to allow businesses to thrive. Professional, dedicated, collaborative, and innovative.
Behind the scenes, collaboration between foundations, charitable organizations, nonprofits, for-profit businesses, public sector demonstrated through the county, the city of Grand Rapids, the townships, all the cities and the villages in our area. If we don't come together, then we will not have the strength that we have today, and I only hope to build upon that.
Our aim is to make our communities the best they can be. We are involved in exciting development projects, sustainable recycling programs, and creative progressive prevention programming. We partner with elected officials, impacting policy ideas that become great achievements. We seek opportunities to reach out into the community and offer our services to help our residents make Kent County thrive.
Our relationship is solid, both from a staff standpoint at the county level as well as the Board of Commissioners. And they understand what we do and the benefits that we can do for the community, and vice versa. We couldn't do what we do without the help of Kent County.
While most of us are busy running our lives, Kent County's elected officials, administrator controller, and over 1,600 employees are serving the communities where we live our lives, so we can all have a place we are proud to call home. Kent County, its life well run.
This committee meeting. Thank you, Wayman. I'd like to thank our fellow commissioners, guests in the audience, and fellow staff. Thank you so much for taking your time this morning to come to our meeting. With that, we're going to open up with public comment. Is there any public that would like to address the Finance and Fiscal Resources Committee this morning? Okay, seeing none, we will close public comment, and that will bring us to the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Support. Moved and supported. Anything have to be pulled? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion passes. That brings us to item number 3 from the Administrator's Office and Fiscal Services for the 2020 Capital Improvement Program. Wayman?
Yes, this is a request to approve the list of capital improvement projects to be included in the county's 2020 budget proposal. The 2020 CIP requests were reviewed, and a recommendation was presented by a staff committee, including representatives from Facilities Management, Information Technology, Sheriff, Purchasing, and Fiscal Services. The Administrator's CIP proposal was reviewed in detail by the County Board of Commissioners. The proposal includes 38 projects at an anticipated cost of $8.8 million. Financing for the proposal is anticipated to be drawn from general fund support of $7.7 million and $1 million from other sources. The board CIP policy calls for a minimum of equivalent of 0.2 mils to be allocated to the CIP budget annually. The general fund support for the 2020 CIP proposal equates to the equivalent of 0.3 mils. The board CIP policy calls for a minimum, with the concurrence of the Finance and Fiscal Resources Committee, funding for these projects will be included in the 2020 budget resolution scheduled for board approval on November 21, 2019.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Support.
Okay, moved and supported, and we'll have questions, comments, and discussion. Okay, with that, we will take a vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. The motion passes. That brings us to item number 4 from Fiscal Services. Wayman?
Yes, this is a request to recommend to the board to authorize issuing capital improvement refunding bonds series 2019 and to pledge the county's limited full faith and credit. All things necessary to the authorization and issuance of refunding bonds under the provision of the Constitution and the laws of the state of Michigan, including Act 34, have been completed. The building authority previously issued $32 million building authority bonds series 2009A pursuant to Act 31. The proceeds of the 2009A bonds were used to acquire, construct, furnish, and equip the Kent County Correctional Facility and Juvenile Detention Facility. Since the issuance of the 2009A bonds, interest rates have significantly declined, so that it's now in the best interest of the county to issue and sell refunding bonds in the amount not to exceed $24 million. To achieve the best possible interest rate, the county must continue to pledge its limited full faith and credit to meet its obligations. The target goal for refunding is to realize at least a 5% present value savings.
So moved.
Okay, all right, there's a motion moved and supported. Questions, comments, and discussion, and we'll start with Commissioner Morgan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Percentages, Mr. Duarte really likes to throw me when he starts throwing around percentages. So, what's just the net savings on this bond? I could do the math, but it's too early in the morning.
$2 million.
Good morning, Commissioners. The net present value savings projected to be $1.407,007,000.
I'll move it again.
Okay. Anything else for questions? Okay.
Thank you.
Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. The motion passes. That brings us to item number 5 from the Health Department. Wayman?
Yes, this is a request to add one full-time public health educator, one position, and to accept and appropriate $49,000 to the 2018-19 Health Fund budget, and to authorize the board chair or designee to execute the grant agreement, approve extensions, amendments, and increases to the grant appropriation not to exceed 15% of the original award. The LRE the Lakeshore Regional Entity, has made a total of $98,000 in funding available to expand the Botvin Life Skills Training Program to high school-aged children. The LST program is a highly interactive, skill-based program designed to promote positive health and personal development to help students achieve competency in the skills that have been shown to prevent substance use, violence, and other health risk behaviors. The Health Department is currently piloting the LST program for 9th and 10th graders on a small scale. There's currently a waiting list of schools interested in offering the program. This funding will allow for the expansion of the program to offer more sessions at more schools. To support the work required by the expansion of the LST program, one full-time public health educator, one position will be created. The annual cost of salary and benefits for the position is $79,000. The remaining $19,000 in funding will be used to cover the cost of supplies, travel, and overhead costs. A total of $98,000 in funding was awarded for the period of June 1, 2019 through September 30th, 2020. The total award was split with $49,000 applied to the fiscal year 2019 LRE contract and $49,000 applied to the fiscal year 2020 LRE contract. Because the award notice was issued so late in the fiscal year, the unused portion of the fiscal year 2019 funding will be carried over and added to the fiscal year 2020 award. If funding is eliminated or decreased, the positions will be eliminated unless continuation funding is approved pursuant to the fiscal policy on grants, contracts, and donations. This item was recommended for approval by the Legislative and Human Resources Committee at its June 26, 2019 meeting.
Thank you, Wayman. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay, moved and supported, and we have questions, comments, and discussion. Yes, Commissioner Wooden.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I had two quick questions. The first, while I realize it's unfortunate news that we heard a few weeks ago, with the Lakeshore Regional entity having its potential agreement revoked from the state, would this jeopardize at all the LRE granting these funds to us?
No, but I'll have Adam perhaps add more light to that. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. That's true.
Good morning. Thank you for the question, Commissioner. The answer is no. We strongly believe, at least. These funds are not discretionary of the LRE. They're actually funds that are earmarked as part of the state's liquor tax.
Okay.
And so a portion of that is designated for substance use education for young people. And so that's where it's coming from. So we don't expect that the status of the LRE is going to affect the distribution of that resource. So it'll either be the LRE or whatever successor entity is administering those contracts.
Thank you. And I had one other follow-up question, if that's all right.
Go ahead.
My other follow-up question, I see, with the waiting list of schools interested in offering this program, how are schools going to be prioritized? Is it on the first-come, first-served basis that they contacted the health department? Is it based on other objective criteria that may indicate higher need for the service?
A little of all the above.
Okay.
We did put out a call for interest, and we will respect those that asked for help first, but we are also considering the rates of substance use in different areas, and we're going to try to spread the resources as much as possible as well.
Commissioner Brevy?
Thank you, Chair. I am also curious, what schools are currently participating?
Good question. Teresa has more familiarity with that topic.
Thank you. Part of the pilot program is, this program has been around for a number of years, mostly in middle school and elementary. So currently we do have this program being piloted in Sparta High School, I believe Cedar Springs High School, not because those schools are higher risk, but because of the interest of what's been done with middle school. But we're also delivering this program in the Kent County Juvenile Detention Facility, reaching high school students there. And then more recently, we had a request for the Kent County Girls Court to receive this program as well. So in addition to that, I'm not sure who else is on the waiting list. But thank you. You're welcome.
Commissioner Bukowski?
My question was asked.
Okay, anyone else? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. The motion passes. That brings us to item number 6 from probate court. Wayman.
Yeah, this is a recommendation to the board to appropriate an additional $103,000 from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services to the 2019 Special Project Fund budget for the Kent County Guardianship Program. Kent County agreed to operate and administer the guardianship program under the supervision of the Kent County Probate Court effective October 1, 2015. The program has extended for an additional 3 years as of October 1, 2018. This program supplies adult guardianship services for indigent persons residing in Kent County who have no person willing or able to provide these services. The contract for $65,000 with the Department of Health and Human Services runs from October 1, 2018 through September 30, 2019 and provides money to be used to pay for guardianship services. The 2019 General Appropriations Act Resolution 1129-1898 included $43,000 for the state contract. The fiscal year 19 contract was amended to add $22,000 because the required rate for services was increased from $60 to $83 per month per case. Previously, the funds from the Michigan Department of Health and Services could be used to pay for services provided for indigent cases under the 2019 contract. However, this money can only be used to pay for services in cases referred by Adult Protective Services. The additional appropriation of $22,000 is for Adult Protective Services cases. In addition, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services 2018 budget included a $1.5 million appropriation to reimburse counties for 50% of the cost for court-appointed public guardians, up to $83 per month, whose awards are also receiving services through a community mental health services program. The reimbursements are estimated to be $80,000.
Is there a motion to approve?
Support.
Moved and supported. Questions, comments, and discussion? Yes, Commissioner Antor.
Thank you, Chair. I was just wondering on these guardians, what type of adult guardians, what type of scrutiny do they go through as far as what we're looking for before we place them?
We have a public program that has 43 guardians that are screened before we ever assign them to a case. Then we train them, and then they are periodically reviewed by us. We review all their paperwork. We go visit their office. We do criminal background checks, and before they're ever allowed to take a case.
So is it a set pool then, or can a person have someone in their life that they want to be a guardian?
Oh, absolutely. We are the guardians of last resort.
Okay.
These are for the people that have nobody or no one who is willing or able. Some people who are willing may have a little criminal problem in their past or some other reason that they cannot act on behalf of their family member.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. The motion passes. That brings us to Commissioner Miscellaneous. Is there any Commissioner Miscellaneous this morning? Yes, Commissioner Bukowski.
Thank you, Chair. Related to the CIP approval, maybe it's better in miscellaneous, caught off guard with our speed this morning in my zoning. But that being said, we are, 0.1 mils above the minimum, and I know it's a minimum of 0.2, so it's approximately $2.5 million more being expended in the CIP next year, and don't have an issue with that. That's why I supported it. The question is, somewhere in the next, I don't know, maybe it's in the quiet of next spring, to look at, what is our 5-10-year projection? If we look back, and again, not asking Al to spend a lot of time doing that, but I assume he's doing that planning.
Yeah.
We look back over the last 10 years and how we underfunded CIP projects and how this is catching up, and are we projecting a 0.3 going forward? Just to know, because again, it's $2.5 million more than we had than the minimum, which means we don't have that 2.5 to spend elsewhere. Not saying that's a bad thing, just want to know what really is our forecast cost of CIP for the next decade-ish.
We can do that. I can work with Marvin and with Steve and with the team to say, okay,
just again,
what does
knowing,
that look like?
Yeah, we don't know
Sure,
if a roof's going to go and all of that rot, and just a good idea.
sure.
Great idea.
Hey, oh my goodness. Commissioner Morgan must be asleep.
I thought my mic's off. I don't want to be caught agreeing with you too much. But, I thought my mic was off. So.
Okay, anything else for Commissioner Miscellaneous this morning? All right, seeing none, we are adjourned. Our next meeting date is August 20th.
I am Kent County. I am Kent County.
I am Kent County.
We are 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 Kent County.
Beya, Kent County. Ami, Kent County.
Somos, Kent County.
Mas Ira, Kent County.
We are Kent County.
We are Kent County.
We are Kent County. Oh yeah.